Culture,
Culture.
Culture King podcast. It's where you want to be. It's what
Right.
you want to see. It's
You
what
sound
you
like
want to hear.
sound like an early
Right.
2000 mixtape punch.
On my mama. That's
Culture
what it sound
Kings
like.
podcast.
Culture King. Right. You ever like
Damn,
them the
son,
movie?
where'd you find it?
Right. You know the movie video. You remember the like how the trailers used to be for the movies, and it
What
had the
you mean?
narrator. It said, "Coming soon to a theater near you. We have Die Hard 2 with a
Right.
Vengeance." Like,
They used to the words you slam into the screen. Boom, boom. Like,
you're like, damn, nigga.
I gotta see that shit. On what?
Yeah, bruh. He
Hell
said,
no.
"Will you die hard?"
I ain't
Like,
gonna lie.
damn, like,
Nowadays, the fucking commercials and trailers be better than
the actual movie.
be it right exactly, bro.
Yeah, because how you be so hyped because it tells you everything that's gonna happen in the movies anyway. So you be like, "Ooh, that was a good movie."
Yep. And then you go watch the movie for the extra little detail and stuff,
Yeah,
and you
then you be
still
like,
be like, why they didn't include the fact that this happened? Like, I'm confused. And now all movies are coming like movie series type stuff. Like, no,
mm-hmm.
you gotta have seen that one to understand what's going on in this one. Like, man, you better give me a dead president, straight to the point movie that starts from the beginning and has an ending. Like all this
Yeah,
sequel, prequel, all that. I'm good, bro. Come
it's
on.
everybody got a sequel and trilogy now. As soon as a movie comes out,
Exactly.
well, we know this about to be a trilogy.
I can't wait for the next one. That's how they
Like
had you.
that.
I can't wait for the next one. Like,
Well, I mean, that's how
yeah.
like look at Fast and Furious, right? Like they should have stopped at a certain point. But I get it why they didn't stop. And Ludacris even said he like they ain't stopped because they making money. It's just
True.
at this point, it's like if it's
Stop
gonna make
watching.
money,
That's how it is. If y'all want them to stop watching it.
right? But you know what's crazy? That goes for
That nigga
anything,
got a
right?
whole spaceship car.
Yeah, like bro, a whole spaceship, bro. And Tyrese is out there, and Ludacris, two niggas out in space. They would do that on purpose in a car, bro. And guess who was made by? Bow
Chevy.
Wow.
Oh, no, stop it. Oh yeah, right. Because he was, because he was like a mechanic dude. Exactly. Come on, bro. It got to. Yeah, it got to stop, bro.
You loud, Bow Wow.
It got to
To
stop.
make
Then you got people who take it to the next level. Like, I know they got it in real life.
right.
Did you see the car in the Fast and the Furious? You like it's a movie, bro.
But you know what? Is crazy part about it. Even though it's a movie, they actually is. They made like a prototype airplane car,
Right.
and the great that it's gonna
You know
get to the
something too?
point.
We got to give a huge shout out to the actors, bro, that act so good that we forget we watching the movie.
Oh man, shout out to them because
Shout out to them actors, boy. So,
right, like we
so
be taking
good.
stuff
You
personal
thought Denzel Washington was Malcolm X in real life.
for real.
I like act that good.
Or the dude that played in Why Did I Get Married? I think it was Charles. I think he's the bald head dude.
What
When
about him?
he remember he told everybody business. He like, well, let's talk about it then.
Right.
He said, since y'all want to, like now everybody hate that nigga.
Let's let's talk about it then. Right.
Because everybody hate him because now they like, oh, forget like you cheated on Sheila. Like you did Sheila dirty. Like what?
That's
I know he
crazy though, right? People can act that good
right.
that you like legitly believe that they are the character that they're portraying to be. Like dude from Players Club that raped Ebony.
Oh yeah.
Like he's a bad guy. Like,
Like
like,
regardless, like that's his
like
title.
you was Alina cousin too. You got stomped out in Menace to Society. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He was also the guy who got the brother killed at the beginning to set it off. Like you're a bad guy, bro. You play all the roles that where something bad happens to another person. It's never him that the bad stuff happens
Never.
to. It always happened to another person. Like, but
Like crazy.
that's funny
Like
though.
okay, like if you look at it right, even I mean we on this topic, so Amari Hardwick, right? Like from Power.
Mm-hmm.
We know him by Ghost. Like it does not matter what he does, he's Ghost. I don't care. Like that's who he is. Like even Joseph Sikora, I think
That's
he's
what you call him.
yeah, I call him Tommy. He play
No,
anything else.
exactly. Like, that's who you. I don't
That's,
care who.
no, I don't care. You Tommy.
You remember
And
Mike Epps? Mike Epps was Day Day for a long
for
time.
a long time, he was Day Day for a long time. It just so happens now we got him to Mike Epps.
Right. I'm telling you.
Like now he's Mike Epps, but before him he was Day Day.
Yeah, but that's you act so good that people can't separate you from the role. Like that's a good. That's those are good actors.
Man, listen, like even to this day, like even for Michael Ealy, right?
Mhm.
When he did that for the girls, for the color girls, I think it was called, or for the it's something like that for the color girls, I think.
Okay.
And when he that one scene when he basically pushed the kids out of the window, and now that was like everybody knew him as that for a minute until he did Think Like a Man, and he actually brought up that scene. They
Oh,
brought
okay.
up,
Yeah, I know who you're
remember
talking about. Yeah.
they brought that scene up on the bus.
Right.
He said, "Yeah, I don't know." He said, "Yeah, he an evil dude."
Yeah. Telling you,
Sometimes you
bro.
just gotta address it.
Yeah. And then
But
it just
yeah,
be like, yeah, I know it was a movie, but why was you able to play that role so good? But now
like
think about
that.
that in real life though,
Hmm.
because you have people like how many of us know like friends, you know what I'm saying, that play basketball, right?
Right.
And I'm talking about, like, bro, if you would have like stayed focused and kept your attitude right and like really went in all with this, with the dream and belief that everybody around you had in you, bro, you would have went to the NBA or you the
Oh yeah.
NFL, right? We all got those friends. We all got, family members, stuff like that. So think about the people who could have been like doctors, or think about the people who could have been like scientists. Think about the people who could have been like actors.
Hmm.
And what role are those people playing in your life? You know how many people are like good actors in people's life?
Mm.
They
Mm.
ain't they don't have the big role, but they the star of your show. You letting them be the star of your show. They act so well that you think they are something that they are not.
Right.
And they did it for so long that they believe it.
Mm.
Yeah, think about that, bro. We can
I
all
mean
link
that's
up right now, bro, and you'll go grab a solid 5 for a basketball team.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know who to go get though if you like, no, I need somebody to play the role of this so I can get this loan. Who you
Yep.
know can go in here and act like they own businesses, or like they're a lawyer and they know they can pull this off, know how to talk, know how to do this. Like, yeah, bro. Interesting, right?
Oh, that's absolutely because you always get that one person in your family or in your just in your circle be like, "Hey, I'm about to go to buy this car. Hey, come with me
Mm-hmm.
real quick, because I know you know how to negotiate. So
Mm-hmm.
I need you for this real quick."
Mm-hmm.
But
Whole
yeah.
time the car salesman don't know he in there negotiating with a nigga who cook in the, in the back of Applebee's or some shit like that. Like, he ain't here
Eh,
talking to you because he came straight from American Express. Like, hold on,
right.
what are you talking about? Them numbers ain't right. Them numbers not right. You got to mix them numbers around, and I need you to drop that by 4.3.
And the crazy part about it is that they know it because they probably watch somebody else do it. So yeah,
Yeah, it's learned behavior. Exactly.
he said, "Shit." He said, "I got somebody else. They taught me, so
Yeah, shit,
so
I'm
I'm
just teaching the
like,
game.
hey,
You know what I'm saying? They said each one reach one, teach one.
teach
That's
one."
all I'm trying to do.
Oh man. But yeah, man, that's how it is though. It's hey, it comes into it can be a benefit or it can be a curse. It's one or
Mhm.
the other.
It's all how you use it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's crazy because just in the world today, just looking at people different gifts, I would say gifts and talents. When they get them, they some of them are actually using it for like positive aspects in their life, right? Because
Mhm.
sometimes we get this talent and we can be selfish with it because it's our choice. But just now, just looking at what just others doing, like Keith Lee and Mr. Beast, and just many others, is just how they trying to make an impact.
Big shout outs to Mr. Beast.
Yeah, big shout out,
Big shout
especially
outs to Mr.
going
Beast.
over there to Africa and
Mhm.
planting like 100. I think it's 100 whales that has that can have clean running water for the villages. That's dope. That's really dope. And I seen some people having comments and like, oh, why he recording and stuff like that. People don't understand. He recorded so he can he can recoup those funds back, 'cause that's how he gets paid. Yes,
Mhm.
I'm going to record it. Yes, I need to get paid. But still, in the meantime, I'm still going to do a good deed.
Mhm.
I gotta recoup this.
And I'm glad you put it out there like that because a lot of the times that's what we fail to like look at when we see people do good things. Like, yeah, I'm doing a good service, you know what I mean? And people quick to go. But then if it's a good service, then why do you need to record it? Maybe I need to
Mm,
record it because that's how some people learn and I'm leading by example. So I'm gonna
absolutely.
record it because I want everybody to see, yes, this is what I did and you can do it too.
Hmm.
It's not always for likes and views and follows and clout and money. It's not always for that.
Right.
Sometimes people, this is my outlet. Like today's world is technical, you know what I mean? It's social media. So this is my outlet to spread what I'm doing, to spread my message, to spread my place in positivity to the world. So look, big ups to Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Big up.
I don't have any, you know what I mean? I don't feel any kind of way about it. Actually, when I seen it, it surprised me. I was just like, oh, like let's lit. Like, wow, that's something huge. Like, that's not something small. What is it, over a million, over half a million, 500,000, something like that. Families
Yeah, like I think it's
and
like a
fresh water,
half a million. I think it's a half a million families getting fresh water,
fresh
and
water.
yeah, that was just his first goal. Like we don't know what it can happen after that. I mean, just starting there, like
And
literally just starting there.
he's prepared for all the backlash because he already like, yeah, I know they're gonna probably cancel me for this.
Yeah,
But it is what it is, man. If you making, all this money or whatever you're doing and you're successful in something and you can give back to society, I feel we all have an objective to do that. We all have to give back, to serve one another in some form or fashion. Otherwise, you consider to be selfish.
absolutely. And just giving back can just be anything, like, oh, I see a homeless person that needs food, let me go ahead and buy them some food.
Mhm.
Let me go ahead and just donate here. Let me go ahead and spend my little time with the community, with the kids in the community, or talk this, or it's just any little time, any sacrifice, because we know for a fact, right? Like, everybody's busy, everybody has a life, but if you can sacrifice at least 10 to 15 minutes of your day to doing a good deed, that's 10 to 15 minutes can change somebody's course of life. Like, that literally can change somebody's course of life. Like, even when I was on the phones, in even when I was on the phones, at my job, just talking to people and being nice to them. I even People told me like, "Man, you really just changed my mood today. Like, I was in a bad mood, but just talking to you, it really just changed it." And they just calling about their bill.
Right.
But just because you can have an uplifting spirit, uplifting tone, and the way you speak to somebody, that changes everything, because now they know in their mind, like, there is somebody nice out there. You never know who they were encountering during that time.
Where we humans, we thrive off of social interaction.
Hmm.
We thrive off of one another. We need one another. You know what I'm saying? And we don't take enough pride in that, to be honest with you.
We don't.
We become, you know what I mean? It's the pride we use pride in a aspect that it shouldn't be used in. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's what that we become prideful against our family and our friends, and we don't want to share ideas because it becomes a battle of who's going to be the most successful. When in our reality, we can all be successful if we really just come together. What's your strength? What do you like to do? What do you like to do? What do you like to do? Let's figure out a way to bring all that together and do something big. But we selfish and we don't want to do that. We stingy with
Hmm.
our gifts and our talents. And no, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't really love to network with one another. Because now it's, you know what I mean, it's becoming a chain, a rank. Who's the number one this? Who's the number one that?
Yeah, I mean, because speaking of that, just looking at the whole little Keith Lee situation, where he went to Atlanta, he did Atlanta food tour because that's where all his followers, his fans told him, "Hey, go to Atlanta, do some food tours in Atlanta." And he went out there. He even admitted, he like, "Hey, the customer service to some of the places I went to, even the top places I went to, they didn't have great customer service." So he wasn't able to dine there, and he said the only way that he was able to get certain foods, or they were trying to offer him certain foods because they knew who he was. But he said that I'm just a normal person. He like, don't treat me any differently than any of your other customers. He like, I don't want no special treatment. I want to be treated just as way that they're being treated. And then that received backlash from some of them owners that own those restaurants, and he would start receiving death threats, and that people like, "Oh, you bogus! Like, why you trying to tear down the black community because you saying this food is nasty or it's bad customer service?" And that's the problem. We don't want constructive criticism. Is that we look at because of somebody's opinion
We look
of
for
being,
people want a bunch of yes men around them.
yeah. And that's the thing is that people just want to be like, oh well, he should be saying all things positive. Even Chad Ocho Cinco said that he like I don't understand Keith Lee. That's some bullshit. He should be saying all positive reviews. No, if the food is nasty, if something is nasty, I'm going to say something is nasty. Why would even Keith Lee said it? He said, "Why would he said my followers follow me? They trust me for my opinion, and if I let them go to this restaurant and tell them that it's good when knowing dang well it's not good, they gonna look at me and say that we trusted you, not the restaurant. They said
Mhm,
we trust you to be honest with us, and the food was disgusting.
mhm.
And now guess what? I lose. They lose faith in me, and I lose followers. And tell when you lose followers, you lose money. So he said, I'm going to be honest. He said, I never told anybody to do anything harmful, nothing. I just told everybody that this is my opinion. And if you want to go out and taste it, go ahead and taste it for your taste. Because everybody taste buds is different. Like I don't understand how when you look at some of these little foods and sprinkle a little thing on it, you can eat that like looks nasty. But guess what? That's their taste buds. I can't. That's why certain ethnic groups they don't season their food.
Why?
It's too spicy for them. So it's too it's
You
too
know, to be
spicy for
honest,
them.
I've never experienced like non-seasoned. Like, yes, I have. Let me stop
Yes,
lying.
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody's fear experience that. Hell nah.
You go somewhere and they got the catering service that do the whole damn meal like that. You be mad, but like,
Like why is mashed potatoes like water? Like what? It's like
mm.
grated in water. Like what?
There's black folks at the table on what?
They reach in their bag. Let me go ahead and put this shit on. Put it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing, right? We don't as a group, as a community, just as a whole, we just need to do better at accepting constructive criticism.
Did you say Christ?
Oh no, no.
Thought you was
I
on
mean,
here. Thought you
shoot,
forget.
they
Get,
better.
get your mission, bro. That boy said, you know what I mean. I was about to let you know. You know,
We gotta.
you got to learn. Always need to accept Christ. Come together. Like what? Like I
No,
started
but I mean that's
culture.
the thing. He said Coach King Pentecostal.
Yeah.
No, but I mean it's just that they just we don't like when people tell us that that our stuff is not up to par
Hmm.
because we're sensitive about our stuff because we say, oh, we work hard to get here. We did this. We put our money into this. But guess what? Just because you put all your money into it, you still trash. Like, look at these rappers.
Or just because you put all your money into it, don't mean it cannot be better.
And that too. Like, either you want to get better or you want to stay trash. It's up to
Uh,
you.
true.
Like,
What do
but
you
that's
want to do, people? Do you want to get better or do you want to stay trash?
Hey, do you want to get better?
Do
Do
you
you
want
want
to
to
get
stay the
better or do you want to stay trash?
like
Quote
quote?
by Mr. King Adams.
Boom, boom. There you go. I'm
Hey,
just saying.
these shirts. Do you want to get better or do you want to stay trash? Nice.
I mean, because that's what it's all about. We talk about it. We talk about just elevating. Each year, you should be at least getting better. Like you should be a better version of
And,
yourself.
and throughout the year.
Yeah, and throughout the year, like setting up goals, doing this. Like if somebody says, "Hey, this is ain't up to par," you know what? All right, because I think what it is too, and I know we talking. I'm going on the situation, but I think what it is that they wouldn't do that to Gordon Ramsay
But his stuff be up to par so that they wouldn't be able to do it.
because of the fact they feel like it's coming from
He is a standard.
like he's a standard. So they feel like, oh, it should have came from somebody who's well renowned. But the issue is that anybody who eats food is technically a food critic because
Hmm.
it's based off of their taste buds. And
Hmm.
that's what a food critic is. Regardless of anybody accolades or something like that, it always goes back to the basic. Just like it goes back to the basic when you are open up a business, you need a customer. And your customer is your critic, first and foremost.
And a person just builds up their portfolio based off of things that they do. Nobody makes a well. Eventually, you can, but nobody makes plans to make a living out of being a food critic. It's just their way of getting into like journalism or something like that. But
Mhm.
you have to, you know what I mean, like build up your own public portfolio to
Right.
even be that type of person. So he does have the right to give an opinion on food just based off of the portfolio that he's built in society and to the public and what people acknowledge him for. And you know what I mean? Look for, like you said, look for his opinion though.
Yeah, because
His
like, look at
opinion matters because the public sees him as a higher figure than others.
mhm. That's like with movie critics, right? When all of a sudden we get Rotten Tomatoes, we get their website. This came out of nowhere, just rating movies. Then guess what? Now they popular. They became popular because why? They started off just rating movies of their opinions, and it came popular. And
Like
now
I remember when some of this stuff that's credited now was not credited.
it wasn't. Remember, you remember that it never was saying like 100% Rotten Tomatoes before. We
Hmm.
never had that before.
Hmm.
It used to be two thumbs up from Roger Ebert and whatever the two dudes' name was.
And then they
Or
not only that, but then they started doing that. Then they started releasing their own little newsletters and magazines and stuff like that. Like that, you build up, you start from the bottom.
start from the bottom. That's what it's all about.
Same thing.
People fail to realize that everybody started from the bottom. They came from nowhere, and they came from out of the bottom. They trying to get somewhere, and now look at them.
Recently, I just picked up playing the guitar, and that was something that was just told to me with that. Like,
Hmm.
as great as you see these people, some of these people with the guitar, right?
Hmm.
Everybody was a beginner at one point.
Absolutely.
Everybody picked it up and did not know what to do with it. Felt like their fingers wasn't gonna be able to move the way that it was. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody went through that. It's just how long are you willing to stick through it? Some people don't have the patience to stick through it.
That's why you always gotta stay through it.
Mhm.
Like even during your like I ain't gonna no fuck it. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, we
Like
going
just
there.
oh yeah, fuck it, let's go there. But just like even when your first time, you know what I'm saying? You stick through it.
Mhm.
So you got like you get that urge. Hold on. I think I'm about to think, think I'm about to bust. But then you be like, hold on.
I
Let
don't
me
know how
let
the
me bring
conversation went
let
there.
me let me bring it back.
I don't know how to
Let me
come.
bring. Let me.
I don't
Let
know
me.
how we got here. You know.
Just saying, you got you got to learn. You come. You got to learn. You got to learn to fight through the urge.
Sometimes you can't fight through the. That's why I don't know how we got here. What do you do now? You have to break that down for the people. What do you do if you can't fight through the urge? What happens then?
Because like, okay, so when you first start off, right? When I'm talking about you fighting the urge, because you only in it for like a few seconds.
Hmm.
You can't bust fast. You can't let her know, like, hey, you got me on the upper, you got me on the upper ropes, right? So you got to fight through it, because now he's like, hold on, I can't be a disappointment. I gotta satisfy my customer. I got, I gotta, I gotta keep going. Then eventually, when the person is satisfied and they're satisfied with the product, then you be like, you can celebrate, and guess what? You get I guess you get a better score, and that's in business, right? When they see you at your weakness, they gonna be like, oh shoot, I ain't gonna come back.
Bro,
Or the customer could say, hey, this is what you need to do better. Now you can accept that, or you can get mad and say, no, get the hell out of my house.
I just don't feel like that's it. That's a good analogy. You use it.
Just say
Well, I
it.
feel you. I get you.
But guess what? This be good. It's gonna be a great clip. Cause they gonna be like, damn, customer service
Absolutely.
and customer service and sex.
So,
Oh, they were like,
satisfy
okay.
your customer,
I
or
mean,
your customer not coming back. All
for
right.
sure, for sure.
All right.
No, but it's just that we just need to make sure that we accept the constructive criticism at all times. That's what it boils down to
But
at the end of the day.
that's something like you taught as a kid, and you either choose to accept it or not accept it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like people know this. In order to get better, though, you have to be open to what somebody else is saying. You have to be open to somebody saying, "Look, I'm not saying that it's bad, but boom, but what? I feel like maybe you could have did this first and then that. Why you say that? You know what I mean? Just
Right.
be open to
Elaborate.
other people's ideas, just other people's objectives and stuff, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I take constructive criticism very well, and it actually has helped me a lot over the years.
Hmm.
I can honestly say that. Just because it's the perspective of people who may not physically have the capabilities of doing what you're doing, but they have the cognitive understanding of whatever it is that you're talking about and what you want to do, and they like, oh, I can't afford to, or due to circumstances in my life right now, I can't, but I definitely have an expertise in this.
Hmm. And and I think that's what it is too. It's like, just take this, if they're coming from a place where it's like they've been there, done that. I mean,
Mhm.
listen, just take it. And I think that sometimes like, oh, you don't know, because even though you've been there, that don't mean nothing. I still gotta live my own life. I still gotta make my own choices. Like, come on, bruh. Like, I'm literally trying to prevent you from going downhill. And that goes for that ties back to these restaurants. I'm trying to help you not have your business run out. Like, y'all don't
Right, I'm
understand.
trying to tell you what I'm hearing a lot of people out here say.
They're saying, and that was the whole key thing, is that they literally wanted Keith Lee to go out there, because they saying that the restaurant business is horrible. And they basically say, "All right, come out here. Y'all gonna see what we see. Keith, you gonna see what we see. What we've been saying about the Atlanta restaurants that they ain't up to par. They got the horrible customer service. They got horrible rules. And when he experienced that and exposed it, people start getting mad. But then the others started feeling like, yeah, that's we told you. And that's where it boils down to. It's like it didn't it wasn't the fact that Keith Lee exposed something. It was the fact that everybody been exposing this, and no one had the voice to put it out there, or the big enough stage to really put it out there. And now it ruffles some feathers. And at the meantime, it actually blessed some people too. It blessed a few restaurants out there because they did have great customer service and they were tipped very generously. Like, so it's the cause and effects.
Hmm.
Not just, hey, I'm just gonna bash. No, because he wasn't bashing. He was giving an opinion. And in the places that he loved, they got tipped very well. And guess what? They got more business to come to them because now guess what? They had a long line the next day for some of them businesses. So that's the effect.
A lot of man, most of the time is people talking who hating because they can't do it. And it's
Hmm.
not that they can't do it, it's because they won't get off their own behind and get up and just make moves, bro.
Right.
So instead, I'm gonna make my move by shooting down what the next person doing because I don't have the balls and capability to get up and do it myself.
Hmm.
And I'm a person who understands that because it happened. It's happened to me a million times. You know what I'm saying? I've had people, come at me about what it is, my career path, and what I choose to do in my life. And because I'm not, specifically helping them in a particular situation or anything, then all of a sudden now it's like, oh, well, you don't believe in what you talk about. You don't stand for what you do. Like, what? That has nothing to, like, stop it.
Right.
Just because it's not working out in your favor does not mean that somebody's not, what I'm saying, doesn't, is not qualified to do whatever they doing. You know what I mean? Stop it. That's not how it works.
And that's the wild part about that too. Is
That's
you,
irritating, bro.
it's frustrating. It's like what makes you like what even makes you say that to me? Feel like you've been hating this whole time. Like, would you like what give you the right to even say that to me? Especially if somebody that you like, oh, I've been helping you out. Like I've been helping you out, but the minute
I've overdid it.
I overextended myself to you, but
Mhm.
now it gets to the point where if I refuse that certain aspects that you're trying to do that I don't want to be involved in, it doesn't mean that I don't believe in you. It's the fact that you need to figure it out this on your own. I'm not tying myself to that. Or I don't want you to tie yourself to what I got going on.
Right.
Like, oh, why you can't like when 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 you rapping and stuff, and then you get one of your friends, you know who trash, trying to say, "Hey man, let me just jump on this track with you," and it's like, "Hey, hey, I ain't gonna lie, your lyrics ain't up to par, buddy. You know what? Matter of fact, what I want you to do. I want you to go in the studio, try to do this. Man, why the I gotta do all that?
Or
So
when
you
a
don't
buddy
believe?"
just wants you to hop on a song with them so bad and don't understand why you won't do it. Mhm.
So it's just like, come on, man, like. Like y'all gotta chill. Like even like I remember Marlon Wayans even talked about that. He talked about how Keenan, Damon, they were all, you know what I'm saying, getting that big time money. And Marlon just wanted to be he wanted to basically be put on. And Keenan was like, nah, you're gonna have to audition. You gotta be you gotta make sure you funny. Like we just not gonna give it to you because you my brother. And that's the thing, like some things
That don't mean you got it just because you my
you my
partner.
brother. Like you don't got it. Like and that's what it is. It's like sometimes you got to make sure, like, I ain't about to do all that. Like even Ice Cube had to tell his son, like, I got other people auditioning to play me. You know me, but that don't mean you know how to act. So now he went to acting school. He had to learn.
I
He had
was
to
just gonna say, but then look at the steps that he took. Like, if it's something that you really want to do, you're gonna get up and go and do it.
do it.
Yeah.
Like it's so many great examples that we have out here in this world, and that's another thing. We have so many great examples out here out in this world. It's just a matter of just doing it. Like look at us. Like we literally just said, forget. Let's just do it.
Talked about it. I can remember us talking about it a few
Yeah,
times.
we literally talked about it at my mom's backyard, just sitting, chilling. And we're
Mhm.
like, no, we need to do it. We met up at a restaurant, talking about it. All right, that's what we're gonna do. You got that? We got this. All right, cool. Went to the studio, worked it out. All right,
Mhm.
we need to make some changes. All right, cool. Then guess what? Then we was in the studio making changes. Then guess what? Another thing happened. We like, all right, they ain't gonna derail us. Couldn't come over there to the studio. So, hey, what can we do for like doing something over the internet?
Mhm.
Just find this stuff. Like
Find but
if you
figuring out
really
what
want it,
works.
right?
Yeah.
If you really want it, you try to figure it out.
Facts.
That's all this world is about. You got to figure it out, and what works for you works for you.
And when it all boils down to it, it's literally just getting up off your ass and doing it, bro.
Doing it.
That's what a lot of people. That's where a lot of people go wrong. They just don't want to get up and do it.
Mm, mm, mm.
So hold yourself back, because that's it. Ain't nobody holding you back. You holding yourself back.
Mhm.
Everybody that you look up to and you admire that's doing what you know what I mean you desire and you want to do so badly, they they all started from the same exact position that you in right now. It's just all about saying forget what everybody think, forgetting about being good at it, forgetting about being perfect at it. Like, let me just do it. And then over time I'm going to get better. I can remember when I first, you know what I mean, hit the record button to do a podcast. What? Like, just didn't know. Like, what am I doing? Who am I talking to? I don't even know. Like when I approach whatever, I'm just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but 2 years later, and boom, I got two. I'm doing two. Now it's something that I love to do.
And that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Like if you love to do it, just do it.
Go hard at it. Invest in it. Invest in yourself. Believe in yourself. And
Like
just
and that's
open. Go ahead.
and that's the thing, right? Like when people talk about like just like oh music, like there's so many things that you can do with your life. Like even if it comes to just like creating videos or music videos or um, writing a book. Like there's so many resources out here. You just need to just do it. Like look at Tubi. Like even though how much we talk about Tubi on this damn podcast, at the end of the day, we always say they're giving an opportunity for those who want to create movies.
Not just that, bro. Like, and it's growing. So
Growing.
as much as it's allowing for people to do stuff, it's also investing in its own company and becoming a bigger platform as well. So not only are we letting y'all do, like, I don't know the backstory of it, of like what people got to pay to get their stuff on. I don't know all that stuff, and of course they may make adjustments to memberships or subscriptions or whatever you need to be able to upload your movies and stuff on there. But it's a growing company. I was on there the other day and I'm like, dude, they got real movies on here now. Like, like it's a reliable something to have now. Like
Mhm. It's like a
before.
household name.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tubi is a household name now. Like regardless of what bootleg movies we see on there or get promoted, but the crazy part about that's what's promoting it.
Mm-hmm.
What's promoting it is the bootleg movies that we see on Instagram, them clips. And you be like, man, look at this another Tubi movie. Man, let me go ahead and go over to Tubi. Then guess what? You go over to Tubi, like, damn, hold on, they got other stuff. Like, hold on, they got Die Hard with a Vengeance,
They got come on, dog. They got the whole Saw series. What? Like
right?
how? Who the
Like,
hell
bro,
put it on here? Beetlejuice. All right.
bro, you like, hold on, you like Fast and Furious? I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
sure, okay, like
had some
y'all
of the
legit,
back movies, Hand That Rocks the Cradle and
yeah,
General's
bro.
Daughter, all that stuff be on there. Like, yeah, dog, Tubi came up in the world.
And this is how I knew Tubi was coming up in the world is when they did that Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
When I was shocked about the Super Bowl commercial. I was like, oh, I said, niggas helped them.
I think we was together, wasn't we?
Yep, we was together. I think it
We
was
said it.
yep, we seen the commercial
Yeah.
because we thought it kept changing. We thought it was changing.
Had
I
the
said,
TV tripping. Like what?
I like, no, that was a dope commercial. I said, I can't lie. They snapped. That was the best commercial during the Super Bowl. Literally, that was the best commercial. But Tubi, like, it provides opportunity. But if you look at YouTube, right? YouTube. Oh, let's just upload videos to there. Guess what? Made that platform huge. Now where they can offer YouTube TVs and revenue and all this other stuff. Then you look at Netflix. Netflix start off sending DVDs to niggas,
Mm-hmm.
sending DVDs to people homes online. Like, oh yeah, I ain't gotta go to Blockbuster. I can just go online. It'll be here next day.
And now it's like a must have. You
A
might not
must
even
have.
watch Netflix and you still got the membership.
And guess what? Because now Netflix is saying, hey, we do our own movies. Netflix original movies.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix original
Even the
TV series.
series. Yeah, they be going crazy too. They be good.
Crazy.
They be good.
Because every time that somebody else innovates, everybody else gonna have to follow suit.
So now it's like, oh, I'm a number one actor for Netflix.
Netflix. Then you be like, I'm a
Ain't
number
the
one
big
actor.
screen, but I'm in all Netflix originals though. Like, yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, but look at Tubi now. Tubi doing the Tubi originals. They do Tubi original movies. So they're gonna have one of the best actors or actress that be on Tubi. You can't, yeah, guess what? You ain't gonna tell them nothing.
Dude, Tyler Perry can start his own streaming service.
If you wanted to.
He definitely could, bro. Have all his plays on there and then have people who have plays on there, like be able to put their plays on there. Then he can do all his little movies because he do holiday movies and all that type of stuff. And then he can go and get like whoever did this Christmas, they can put their movie on there. Like all type of stuff can be going on.
And you know what's crazy part about it is that we saying it now on this podcast, and we're gonna clip it because he hasn't done that yet. So Tyler
Mhm.
Perry, listen to us, man. I know you a billionaire or whatever. You have your own studio lot. I know you was bidding for Paramount, BT Plus, and all the other stuff. Listen, you don't got to do that. Just utilize your platform. You got
Start
so
with your
many.
own platform.
You got so many people that is able to be here to help you. So guess what? Just go ahead and just start your own streaming services. Everybody else is doing it. Start your
He
own
got
streaming service.
he got all them little shows. He got the have and the have nots.
Buy your
Like,
stuff back.
yep.
Buy your stuff back. Buy your rights back. Take them off them platforms and put it on your platform.
And then open up your platform for other people to be able to put their stuff on there and stuff too. Yeah.
And guess what? You'll be the new Netflix. You'll be the new Paramount. Listen, Tyler, you can do this. We believe in you, brother.
Because I still like what's the one that was on Netflix with the old lady and the man. It was Claire Huxtable was the friend.
Oh,
And
you
she
talking about break something break. I know what you're talking about.
no, bro, we gotta get the right name.
Okay, I'm you know me. I'm gonna find that. Mm, let me find that real quick. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it.
But that movie,
A
I
Fall
like.
from Grace.
There you go. Like I know, the wig was bad. I know the acting was kind of, you know what I'm saying, sus.
Oh no, no, the wig was horrible. No, no offense.
No
No wig
offense.
was
What are you
the
talking about?
wig, the wig was
That's
horrible.
horrible. All right,
Yeah, it was horrible. I
but
mean, but
for me, a lot of the times, man, stuff be more so about the story plot.
yeah, yeah. It's and that's the thing. It is more of the story plot. I mean, story plot was actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. The story plot. It was. I was like, oh, hold on. I was like, oh, that. I'm like, oh, that's why. I'm like, I get it now. Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, overall, Tyler, you can do this, man. Just put all your plays and touring stuff and whatever documentary. I know it's gonna be on Netflix, but shoot, you could have put that on your own platform.
And then we don't know what he got going on. You know, he might have something in the works too.
Yeah, he probably does. Never know. But
I mean, I had that thought as well. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of where I'm at right now.
hmm
Since I like to do, you know what I'm saying, what I do, you know what I mean? I want to get like a building, bro.
okay.
And do my podcasting and stuff out of a building, but then
hmm
also utilize my building for people to come through. And if they want, like, I already got it set up, I got the cameras, I got everything. You just show up and do your podcast,
Do your thing. Yeah.
and I just charge you by the hour or something like that.
Yeah, just like basically just like how these charge you for the studio time.
Yep, and I'm
Yeah.
engineering your stuff as well, so charge you for that too.
Yep. That you want engineer work or do you want the studio? It's like, oh, you want both? All right, this is the price.
But I definitely want to find me a space.
hmm
You know what I mean, and do something with it.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely,
all about growth,
definitely.
bro. Stop, don't be not being complacent. You know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
I do so much, bro, and now I'm just at a point where I'm like, what's next? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, got a few different ideas of some stuff I want to do.
Okay.
Um, but that's another conversation, bro.
You know,
You get a
no, I
lot of
get it.
people involved in this stuff, and people don't
Right.
have the same vision that you have, bro. So now it's like more so right now trying to just find the right people who want to, do what I like, get on board.
hmm
And they got to be willing to just like invest and be willing to sacrifice. Like it's gonna take a lot, but it can work. Like
You
it
can.
can work. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man.
You know what to
Yeah.
do.
You already know what I'm about to do. I'm about to give these folks the good old rundown. You can go ahead and email us at culturekingspodcast@gmail.com. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Culture Kings Pod and as well on Facebook at Culture Kings Podcast. You already know what it is.
All right, and as always, we want to thank you for locking in with the Culture Kings podcast. You've been listening to your boy Royalty.
And King Adams in this.
We out of here, y'all.
All right.